All right, here we are for round two. We won the die roll. We'll go ahead and play first. This hand is okay. We only have one green source, so it's a little bit awkward for these Boonsatyr and Pelucranos, but we do have a scry land, and we can cast the air, so we're gonna go ahead and keep this. If we hit a a green land off of Temple, we're gonna keep it. Otherwise, we're probably gonna put whatever. Yeah, we certainly don't want a second Boonsatyr. Alright, so Flooded Strand. So my guess is this is Heroic, this is one of the matchups, yeah, that I really love. Heir of the Wilds. It's not very good against favored hoplites specifically, but it is quite nice against many of the other heroic creatures because they can't, it requires an effect like God's Willing in order for them to be able to actually attack into it. So we're not going to block the attacks. We don't want to lose our guy to just a God's Willing here. And we do get to just play a Boonsatyr and hit him for 3 with Heir of the Wilds right now, which is nice. Which I'm going to do rather than like hold up Lightning Strike here. This guy, he could have, if he has like a God's Willing, he can, just cast something and then respond to my Lightning Strike. Here I'm just going to be pushing for damage. I can hold the, potentially use Heir of the Wild to possibly try and trade with the favorite hoplite later. But I want to be on offense here. Like, I have enough damage and burn spells in my hand that I feel like I can be aggressive. And this is certainly one of the reasons that a deck like this that has Heir of the Wilds and is a bit lower to the ground in terms of what it has going on, why it's more attractive to me in this matchup in particular than a deck like Temur, where you're a little more hard pressed to sort of take this much of an offensive stance. You are more likely just having a mana creature in play and then maybe playing a creature this turn. He's attacking us. Not gonna block. He hits me for 1. That's not very much damage, man. Playing a guy? It feels like it's got to be wrong. I just could kill both your creatures this turn? Oh, wow. Alright, so I'm going to Crater's Claws this guy. Lightning Strike this guy. Attack you for 7. So now he has no creatures in play and is at 9 life. And I have 7 power and a Crater's Claws. And a Pelucranos. Maybe it should have just been Claws. It leaves me with the Lightning Strike to possibly stop a God's Willing when I'm attacking, but this is just potentially just going to close out the game anyway. Oh dear. Poor guy just getting his face bashed in. I will Crater's Claws you. I guess I might as well Crater's Claws for enough to actually kill him if he has a bounce spell or something. Burn you out. All right. Well, that was a beatdown. So sideboard wise, I like Savage Punch. A big part of the reason it's here is because I want to try it in this matchup. And I like Revelry. I like a couple of Revelries at least. I'm not sure I want all 3. Cards I think are relatively weak. Rabblemaster is not super exciting here. Neither are like Pelucranos or Ashclad Phoenix, I think. Boonsatyr is okay. It's a reasonably sized dude that can, as we saw there, power up your Heir of the Wilds early. Fnatic is similar. I think I mostly just want to get rid of some of my more expensive stuff. But Stormbreath is pretty good because it can put them in a position that they have to have some sort of protection spell because basically all of their creatures are white to get through it. Sarkhan's removal. I'm kind of inclined to just take out Pelucranos and Ashclad Phoenix That might not be quite right because the evasion of Ash Cloud and Pelucranos are both, and Pelucranos is like big body. It's possible that I just want to get rid of Rabble Master because Rabble Master doesn't particularly block at all. I'm on the draw. It feels like it's, it can't block, doesn't trigger Ferocious, doesn't fight well with Savage Punch. So I think I'm just gonna cut my Rabble Masters. I'm not sure if this is right, but I think it's just something worth experimenting with here at least. This gives me a bunch of creatures that can fight even large things with Savage Punch, which I like, and then just a bunch of solid guys. So let's give this a shot. All right, this is another Mountain Mystic, so unfortunately we have to mulligan this. One of these are just a forest. Maybe this deck wants another Mana Confluence or something. This hand, we're going to go ahead and keep. This is a little awkward because it has 2 Revelries, but we at least have an Heir of the Wilds who, as we mentioned, is great at dealing with any large creature, and then mana. So, all right, well, we're putting this in the bottom. Not really looking for that. And then Hero. When a hero of Iroas comes along with strength to carry on, or something. So here, Stratus Walk. Okay, that's fine. That is not a quest or whatever. Ordeal. We could just ordeal it now. I guess I'd rather have a Rabble Master right now than I would a Fanatic or anything. Alright, so he is missing another land, so his hand is probably a bunch of protection pump type spells. Alright, well there's the Ordeal. So Ordeal resolves. Then we need to Revelry it. So I need a mountain, but I guess it doesn't really matter which one I get. So Revelry your Ordeal. Take 4. Dragon. Boonsatyr. Boonsatyr's pretty good. I'm just going to bestow Boonsatyr on Heir of the Wilds and attack with it. But I want to just cast Boonsatyr and attack with Heir of the Wilds. I think I'm going to bestow it. Yeah, because this is going to do a lot of damage. This does 7 damage. That puts my opponent in very nearly Crater's Claw range. I have, what, 5 mana, so I can Claws for 6. There's another Ordeal. Okay. Well, he is digging for something. We do have the Destructive Revelry for Stratus Walk if we really need it. Sadly, it doesn't represent any extra damage because it's just the same as Crater's Claw. For 2 more, at least. I think he's basically in a position here where he's like, oh, okay, I don't know what exactly he's doing, but I was going to say that I think he's in a position where he has to play a creature, or he's dead to... He didn't even... Like, he isn't dead on board. I mean, he's almost certainly dead. But he's not dead on board here. And I'm kind of surprised that he just conceded there, because I literally have 7 damage, he's at 8 life, and he's a lethal flyer. I mean, maybe he just didn't draw in anything and just assumed that I had something, but yeah, weird. Anyway, so this is a matchup where those of you who watched my previous videos with Teamer may have seen that for Teamer it was pretty rough, at least for the more mid-range versions of Teamer. Heroic is a deck that really runs over decks that are A, a little bit slower to get out of the gates, and B, dealing damage to themselves. It's very good against decks that have powerful like 5 and 6 drops, 4 and 5 drops, like Teamer. Teamer's looking to play Pelucranos and Stormbreath Dragon, and a lot of like a Hero Virosis Stratuswalk can ignore a whole lot of that. But Heir of the Wilds and the ability to start hitting them hard and fast gives you the chance to just effectively race them rather than trying to fight what they're doing, which is pretty valuable. So anyway, let's go on to the next round.